Well, tonight we are taking our final look back at 2018, when the eyes of the nation were once again fixed on President Trump and some divisions in Washington. ABC's Karen Travers takes a look back at the year in politics.
2018 was a year for diplomacy, drama,
you're telling me that my assault doesn't matter,
and division.
I am proud to shut down the government for border security, Chuck.
In February, tragedy in Florida. A horrific mass shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School sparked a new conversation about gun control, but didn't lead to new legislation. The massacre did launch a movement among young Americans, including a massive rally in Washington in March.
In a little over 6 minutes, 17 of our friends were taken from us.
President Trump continued his tough stance on immigration and border security. In June, the administration defended its controversial policy of separating children from their undocumented parents at the border.
We have to do our job. We will not apologize for doing for our job. We have sworn to do this job.
Faced with mounting criticism, the president halted the separations. In November, there was a clash between U.S. border officials and migrants.
You really say, why is a parent running up into an area where they know the tear gas is forming?
On foreign policy, this was the year of the summit for President Trump. In June, a moment for history when President Trump sat down with Kim Jong-un in Singapore, the first time a sitting U.S. president met with a North Korean leader.
This is going to lead to more and more and more, and it's an honor to be with you.
In July, that highly anticipated sit-down in Helsinki, Finland, with Russian President Vladimir Putin, where the president once again signaled doubts that Russia interfered in the 2016 election.
He just said it's not Russia. I will say this, I don't see any reason why it would be.
The next day, the president walked that back. The White House under pressure to take tough action against Saudi Arabia after the brutal murder of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Justice Anthony Kennedy's announcement he would retire, giving the president another opportunity to nominate a justice to the Supreme Court.
I will nominate Judge Brett Kavanaugh.
But an 11th hour bombshell when Professor Christine Blasey Ford publicly accused Kavanaugh of assaulting her at a party when they were in high school, an allegation he denied. Their emotional appearances on Capitol Hill gripping the nation.
At the same time, my greatest fears have been realized, and the reality has been far worse than what I expected.
I've never sexually assaulted Dr. Ford or anyone.
Republicans and Democrats said Kavanaugh would be a big issue for voters in the midterm elections. Republicans kept control of the Senate, but in the House, it was a blue wave. Democrats picking up at least 40 seats to take control of the House, promising aggressive scrutiny on the White House.
Thanks to you, tomorrow will be a new day in America.
Throughout the year, President Trump kept up his drumbeat against the media.
You are a rude, terrible person. What a stupid question that is.
That rhetoric appeared to inspire a man in Florida to send explosive devices to CNN, prominent Democrats, and critics of President Trump. In November, I asked the president about a poll that found 49% of Americans say he is encouraging politically motivated violence.
You're creating violence by your questions.
Me.
You are creating you.
The special counsel's Russia probe loomed large. The president's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, convicted of financial fraud. His former lawyer, Michael Cohen, sentenced to 3 years after pleading guilty to charges including campaign finance violations. Those hush money payments to 2 women who claim they had affairs with Mr. Trump. He's denied it. Prosecutors saying Cohen acted in coordination with and at the direction of Mr. Trump.
Did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels?
The president later said he only knew about the payments after the fact, and he's insisted he never directed Cohen to break the law. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.